Yes, people, what's going on, everyone? It's Mike back again, and yeah, you got news flying out of Everton this afternoon with some outgoings. Let's talk about the first not-so-high-profile one. Besiktas are heavily interested in Dele Alli, either loan or permanent deal. This is a guy that has made 13 appearances out of the 20 for the initial £10 million. I suspect it'll be gone next few days. It doesn't make sense for him to stay. Now, I'm going to caveat that. We do need a striker. So if he's going to go, I expect a striker to come in and him to be gone. But it wouldn't make sense for him to get injured before the move to Besiktas. So, yeah, for me, I think he's gone. I think he will be going. And I'm not against it. You know, Dele Alli's done one massively important thing, which was that performance against Palace at Goodison Park, a game that we were down at half-time. We were 2-0. He comes on and he did change the game. So, yeah, I'm not against him going. I think if Everton can get him off the books, he's fit, he's weighed, whatever, just go, fine, whatever. And I'm not against Dele Alli at all. I'm not sitting here disrespecting him. I feel like maybe the Premier League has now, at this point in his career, just got a bit too far ahead from him. And it could be the pace of the game, it could be the hostility, it could be the aggression, it could be anything. It just isn't right for Dele Alli, and he will leave with blessing. I will never sit there and absolutely murder a player who just isn't quite fit enough or good enough. I'm not going to do it. I've criticised him in his past. I think he can be lazy at times. He isn't, from all accounts, a great trainer, and we know that from documentaries. He's been in with Spurs, etc. So I wish him well. Maybe Everton, maybe the Premier League just isn't right for Dele Alli at this point. However, it does mean Everton, again, are short in that number 10 creative position, and we seem to be losing players rather than generating players, so that has to be addressed ASAP. Another player that has been linked with a move to Everton today is Idrissa Gueye. Apparently, this deal is back on. An agreement has been made with PSG and Everton. It also, I suspect, means that PSG are giving Ghana a little bit of extra money than they were originally planning to. Whether that is Everton are increasing the fee a little bit, whatever it is, Ghana is now happy to leave, and he will be a great signing for Everton. I really, really do think so. And if as long as we sign him before Thursday afternoon, he goes straight in the squad for me, straight in the team. We need all the players we can get. Onana was fantastic against Villa, so start him. If you were to offer me a midfield three there of Iwobi, Onana and Gueye, I'll take it all day. Iwobi's the first name on the team sheet at the minute. Well, maybe not quite, but he's up there. He's definitely up there. So for me, good signing, and we know what we're getting. 33 years old, yes. We know he's not the fittest player we've had, and we know he's not the same player that we had in 2016 when we signed him for Villa, etc., etc. But if he's 80% the player he was for Everton, he'll be fine. You know, he's played at 32 years old in the Champions League. He's played really well for PSG. I'm not complaining by this transfer at all, and I know there'll be people here saying it's just another, it's one of these players that will give us 2 years. That's all we need. We need stability, and he will offer that. And whether he plays 30 games this season and 20 games next season, he offers us some stability. He offers that resource, legs in midfield, because that won't disappear. So I'm really happy with his signing, and I think he'll be a great addition, and I look forward, touch wood, to welcoming Idrissa Gueye back to Everton. I can't speak today. Let me have a drink for this bit. Everton have rejected a second bid from Chelsea for £45 million for Anthony Gordon. And in response to Gordon has confirmed he wants to leave Everton. This is according to Matt Law, The Times, various newspapers, and I always think there's no smoke without fire. And in this case, for every single journalist to be sensing it or reporting it or telling Everton that, and some of it broke last night from the Mirror. Yeah, it makes me think that Anthony Gordon has confirmed he wants to leave Everton. Now, there will be people who will say, rightly so by the way, will say, well, he doesn't want to play for Everton, off you go, mate, we don't want players that don't want to play for Everton, etc, etc, etc. And I agree with all of that. If you don't want to play for Everton Football Club, don't. What I'm going to do is caveat that though, because I don't want us all of a sudden to go, oh yeah, we hate Anthony Gordon, we despise him, he's leaving us when we need him most, and all of this stuff. Right. Anthony Gordon is being given the opportunity at 21 years old to play in a team that plays in the Champions League. Now, he may only play 10 times for Chelsea this season. He might not play at all. But the facts are, he's not going to play for Champions League football with Everton. And actually, not that I believe we're going to be in this position, but if you ended August now, I personally think we'd be in a relegation battle, like a serious one, because we've got no strikers. We've seen Demarai Gray, Gordon, McNeil create nothing in terms of goals. So I get it. Like I get why he wants to leave. You've also got to remember, and people will say, oh, he's an Everton fan or he's a Liverpool fan or whatever, all of that stuff. None of that actually matters, because at some point in your career, it just becomes a job. Like, I suspect very much that, you go from being a supporter of a team to it being a job quite quickly. Imagine it's the best job in the world, and there's loads of people on here that would have dreamt of being a footballer. I dreamt of being a footballer. There'll be kids on here that'll dream of being a footballer, and the chances are like 1 in 4,000, 5,000. It's not a massive, you haven't got loads of hope, but you've got to try. You've got to be that ambition. And maybe it's just a case of he feels that this is just a job now, and he's moving to a better package in terms of pay, a better future opportunities in his mind. It's sort of the same way that we would probably look at other jobs. I can understand why he would want to play for Chelsea over Everton, even if he's an Everton fan. Now, we don't get it because we're not in that situation. Like, I don't get it because if you said to me right now, sign a contract with Everton and you never leave, I'm signed, I'm done, I'm never leaving. But in reality, after 10 years in the academy and, all of the other stuff that you have to do and go through, is that the case? Like, is that genuinely the case? So, for £45 million, I actually think it would have been doing us a favour selling him. It would have been doing us a favour, because there is definitely still weaknesses in Gordon's game. He's not the complete midfielder. But we may not benefit from it. Like, if we seriously are in trouble, if we didn't bring in a striker, we would go down, irrespective of Gordon being in the team. He can't carry this team. He's not a Ronaldo. He's not a Gareth Bale. He's not a Frank Lampard or a Didier Drogba or anyone that has been able to say, you know what, when the going gets tough, I'm going to drag this team forward. He ain't that. He's not that. Otherwise, Everton would have got a result against Aston Villa and he would have been sensational, or, he would have scored against Chelsea. He's not that. And to put that pressure on a 21-year-old lad, or 22, whatever he is now, it would also be unfair. So for him to sit there and probably get, a triple pay rise, an opportunity to play Champions League football, I don't blame him. But that also means the moment you make that statement, the moment you say, I don't want to play for Everton, that is the moment you leave, you go, and Everton should take the money, pay for his taxi, let him go. Because the damage is now done. There will be Everton fans out there, which this is absolutely absolutely entitled to their opinion, who will absolutely hate him now for saying, I don't want to play for Everton. I don't want to play for you. I want to move to Chelsea. And it might not have been that cutting. It might not have been that aggressive. But the facts are, the media have said Anthony Gordon wants to leave Everton. And at that point, the relationship's done. It's finished. So if he's going to go, he now needs to go, because there is no point dragging this out like we did with Ross Barkley, like we had done with Jack Rodwell, like we have done with other players that said, oh yeah, I want to leave. Garner was a prime example. Garner said openly in front of everyone, I would like to leave Everton and play Champions League football. This was January. Everton said, look, you're not going in January. He accepted it. He moved on. There is no point holding on to Gordon, because the only thing that's going to happen with Gordon is his value could potentially go down. It's not going to go up. It's not going to go up if he plays in a struggling side and scores 2 goals and gets 1 assist or something. It's not going to go up. So if you're going to sell him now. Get it done. Get it dusted. It being the Chelsea team for Saturday, I don't care. Just get it done. And I wish him well. I'm not going to sit here and blast him for wanting to leave the best club in the world. It's his choice, his mistake to make at the end of the day. And if he has a fantastic, sensational career and Chelsea nurture his career and all of that, then great. Facts are, they won't. They will not. But in his mind, if this is this grand move, this grand opportunity, good luck to him. But Chelsea will not be the right club for him. They won't be the right fit. And we've seen it time and time again with Chelsea signing young players, even from their own academy. They big them up and they make them sound fantastic. And then we don't see them. Conor Gallagher's one of them. Gilmore's another. You've got players like Callum Hudson-Odoi who have achieved nothing after being thrown into the Chelsea team or given an opportunity to shine, and they have done nothing. So you've got Gordon who's going to go into that. Is Gordon better than Callum Hudson-Odoi? The answer no one knows. No one knows. No one knows, because Callum Hudson-Odoi, if you played him for 38 games in Everton, I'm sure he would look pretty good. Because we're so bad at the minute. There's no getting around it. We finished 16th in the league last season. My God, if half of them players put any effort in, they'd have looked half decent. So, if Gordon wants to go, bless him. Good luck to him. Best of luck in the future. But the moment he has said, I don't want to play for Everton, bye-bye, you're gone, you're done, finished. Like, that is it. And that isn't me digging him out. That isn't me slagging him off. That isn't me saying I hate him. That is literally me saying, if you think you are going to achieve more at Chelsea and you are that ambitious, go and do it. Because the facts are, £45 million coming the other way would be really valuable right now and might actually address some of the issues we've got. Now, let's talk about some of the players we've been linked to. We've been linked with Che Adams, and people have sat here and said he scored 8 goals in 30 appearances or whatever it was last season. He works really hard, etc. Fine. If people rate him, fine. Look, no problem. If you rate him and you want to sign him, good for you. No bigger. Neil Maupay, he scored, what was it, 9 goals in 33 games, whatever the stat is, whatever the numbers are. Is that a good signing? Some people may say yes. Personally, for me, no, it's not. It's not a good signing at all. So, we've got this issue that the people that we are attracting, I wouldn't be signing. I would not be signing. This is not the calibre of players that Everton should be going for. But we're sort of having to be in that situation. We're stuck in that situation, and it disappoints me. It makes me sad. It makes me think, oh yeah, well, we've got to work on it. We've got to go and get better players, etc. But the facts are, we're sort of stuck. You know, and while you've got teams like Wolves signing Everton targets like Mateus Nunes, who I was all over last summer, absolutely all over, was bigging up to the houses come home for people to tell me that I don't know him and I haven't watched him play football and all this rubbish. And you know who you were if you were one of them people, so whatever. But the facts are, signing Neil Maupay and Che Adams, I don't think they keep you in the Premier League. I really don't. I don't think they keep you in the Premier League. And that's my worry. If we've got £45 million to spend, we need to make this team better. Now Ghana is clearly a signing without that money, like without it. And we've been linked with Garassi. I can't pronounce his name, so don't hold me to that. And we've been linked with other strikers, Moussa Dembele, etc. Dembele is probably the only one I'd take, and apparently he's already rejected Everton. Then you've been linked with other players like Alfredo Morales. Well, who knows if he can adapt to the Premier League? The Scottish League is very different to the Premier League. And again, that's not me digging out either standard of football. That's just me saying it's very different. It is very, very different. So I don't know if that works. So we are not signing players that I could go and say, do you know what, I can hang my hat on him scoring whatever amount of goals. And this was a point I made before the Villa game about Danny Ings. Can't stand him because he's a Liverpool fan and he scores goals against Everton, etc. But he's a goal scorer. And you can guarantee that Danny Ings will score you 10, 15 goals a season. You can guarantee it. There's not many strikers around like that. And Everton, unfortunately, don't have one that stays fit. So if you're going to get 45 million, invest it wisely. Go and get a player. If he costs you £30 million to bring in a better than Malpay, a better than Che Adams, go and do it. Go and do it. And then people will say, oh yeah, but you know, Brozier scored less goals and you know, he wasn't as good as either of those two. Again, it's fair enough opinion. I am in no rush to go and sign Brozier or Batshuayi. I'm really not. But I don't know what position we're in. So if you was to say to me, you're going to sign Che Adams, Batshuayi, Malpay or Brozier, I can't tell you who I want. I can't tell you who I want because Brozier was good at Southampton. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. All I know is that Everton need a striker. Maybe two. And we probably need two midfielders. One of those needs to be able to convert into a winger at times, which Alex Iwobi can. But the facts are, Gordon's money allows us to go and buy, I hope, better players than what we are being linked with. That's all I'm saying. Because with the players we're being linked with right now, I don't have the confidence to say we are definitely going to be a Premier League team next season because I don't know about the goals they're going to score. And that's what worries me. That's what worries me. If you were going out and you were getting a goal scorer, like a proven goal scorer at any level, I'd have more reassurance in signing a 35-year-old Cavani than a 26-year-old Neil Malpay. And that's just because the track record speaks for itself. And some people will find that mad, and I get it, I agree. But at this moment in time, Everton just need to stay in the league. Like, literally, priority one is to stay in the Premier League. If we finish 10th, brilliant, great result. But the facts are, we're in a bit of a mess. Like, financial fair play has hamstrung us. The team, let's be brutally honest, I've seen better squads over my time being an Everton fan. Martinez's team was brilliant. The team that Moyes had left was really good. Even before that, with Yakubu Pinar and Tim Howard in 2007, 6, 5. Even the 2004 team that finished in the Champions League, having been relegation favourites because we just sold Rooney. Facts are, I would argue that all of those sides were better than this current Everton one. So where are we going to finish? So, yeah, look. Hopefully that 45 million goes in the right direction. That's all I'm saying. Guys, look, I'm leaving it there. Keep smiling. Peace.